Cassandra arrives in the bay looking for answers. Councillor Wendell's gone underground. Mac is pushing everybody away. And Joe addresses Tane's voicemail.
Today was a sad day. You don't really know what sad means yet. I hate to say it, but there'll be a lot of sad days in your life. And no one can stop that. No matter how much I wish I could. But it's days like this, you look at your life and you know how lucky you are.
We are Si and Sophie. This is Coastal News, a home and away podcast, your weekly episode companion podcast for your favourite Aussie soap.
Right, it's extension time. We've made it to the 2-week extension, and the good, the bad, and the ugly are here. We can all decide which one we are. Welcome back to Coastal News. The penultimate pod of 2025 next week is the last one. And a change of lineup this week because Channel 5 jumped a little announcement on us. I am not joined by Soph this week. She's out living, gallivanting, doing God knows what. If you see her, let her know we're looking for her. But I am in fact joined by a voice that some of our listeners may know if they listen to our sister podcast, Tamika. Welcome, Tamika.
Good day, mate.
Do you know what? For Close My Eyes, that could have been abs.
Oh, I thought it
could have been abs
from the dead.
Are you killing him off again?
Killing him off again.
You're going to lose fans quickly. Welcome back. Couldn't get enough.
You. No, clearly. Loving being back.
Listeners actually really enjoyed your previous episode where you were giving us your take as a new listener. So they'll be pleased to recognise your voice that you're back. So thank you. Now, you're not on your own. You've got your little sidekick.
I have indeed.
In play. Please welcome, first time on the pod, but massive friend of the pod, Julie. Welcome, Julie.
Hello. So I have to say, welcome from Down Under. And I'm not talking down under, down in Australia. I'm talking down under from your location. And I'm sat here with my my glass of Semillon on my felon.
Yeah.
My little felon's BMS. So yes, I'm
yes.
well invested, yes.
You are literally in for the night here.
I am.
Put in way more effort than Tink and I, so well done.
Yeah.
Thanks, Julie. Welcome to Coastal News. Do you like the studio down here in Yabby Creek?
I absolutely love it. I'm loving the glitter ball and
Yeah. Hey, listen, Semillons and Felons, that would have been a year ago.
I know, yes. Yeah,
it
was a year ago, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was stuck at home with the snow.
And you know what? There's a really nice tie-in. I know I'm kind of probably jumping ahead a little bit here.
But I know what you're going to say.
Didn't you? With the absolute magnificent views of the bay. In the distance, Sydney Opera House.
I know. That bridge.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
When it come on, I was like, wow, I've been there. I've also spoken to that giraffe.
Yeah. Just be back there.
I think we've inspired them.
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Listeners, if you weren't aware, Julie was with myself and Soph in Sydney last year. We never talk about it. When we went to Summer Bay, and we had a fab time, didn't we? 12 months to the day, and then this week, yeah. I was going to say to you, did you recognise anywhere on the show this week?
Slightly familiar, yes.
Also, honeymoon at a zoo. Come on.
Oh, yes, I know.
I mean, that there is that resort there. We were talking about that, weren't we? But I'm not sure about that.
Really? Oh.
Would you go on honeymoon in a zoo? I wouldn't.
Yeah.
No.
I would.
Really?
I would. Sydney Zoo couldn't be any zoo.
Not Chester Zoo.
Oh, I don't know, Chester Zoo, but Sydney Zoo. You got sunshine. You got a lot more sunshine.
I suppose, yeah, but
it was very hilly, very hilly, very hilly. I think
it was, yeah,
a lot, a lot flatter than Sydney.
Yeah, well, there's no Tasmanian devils.
No, or duck-billed platypus.
Perry. Anyway, yeah. Yes, I'm not sure about honeymoon at the zoo personally. Now, did you know? I did notice that Cash and Eden didn't mention they were at a zoo. They were just
it was just all
mulling around.
Yeah,
mulling around the zoo, and I'm not really sure. I think they were just showing the location off. I mean, great.
Yeah.
What this is. The location is the one thing this soap's got that a lot of the others don't.
Absolutely.
But
the weather on tonight's episode was absolutely horrific.
It was shocking, wasn't it? It
the
was shocking.
Puddle.
Yeah.
Yep. Guess what? Stood where that puddle was. So how was home and away? Well, go to Tamika. How was home and away for you this week, first of all, then? Other than the weather, quite a somber week. Maybe the weather matched that.
I felt like it was just so... It was like watching an episode of EastEnders or Emmerdale where it's doom and gloom. People have died. People have not managed to get a baby. It was just EastEnders all over. Doom and gloom. But you never know. We might be on the up now once that the guy gets arrested.
Oh, the dodgy counsellor.
Wendell,
that's it.
Yeah,
I had Gwenda in my head.
Yeah.
Where do we think he's gone? He's gone underground. Where do we think he's gone?
He's hiding in the bush, isn't he?
He's in plain sight.
No.
Yeah.
No.
In the bush.
He's in the bush somewhere.
in a shipping container. Yeah.
I'm not
Julie,
sure.
how about yourself?
Yeah, I think it's been a slow burner, I think, for the last few weeks. I think obviously it's been building up to, to this, where it's discovered that Wendell was the driver in the car. Obviously that, that's been sort of simmering for a few weeks, hasn't it? You've had Joe undergoing the hypnotherapy to discover, what happened. Was she responsible? Was she not responsible? And it's obviously now escalated to the point where, yes, he's recognised her. She's sort of done her little research. Obviously, Lacey's become fixated on, trying to bring him to justice. But I think walking away from someone in a car that you have just named and shamed essentially into being the murderer of your mother, and walking away from that car with your back to it is a big mistake. That had written all over it.
It did, didn't
Didn't
it?
it? Didn't it?
Stupid girl. It's as if
Yeah,
she's never watched Netflix.
absolutely. Yeah, she'd never do that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I think you're both right. We're on the aftermath, aren't we?
yeah,
You have to imagine this, and I had to keep reminding myself, this was supposed to be 6 weeks later,
yeah,
Yeah.
in January, and
Yeah.
it was supposed to be, we were supposed to be left with him lifeless on the floor, wondering if he's dead or not. So, it's gonna be somber, isn't it? And I think Sophie touched on it on last week's episode, where she said, I don't know if we needed Mac's story to happen because it was just too much. And at the same time, but of course it was that season finale type thing crescendoing, wasn't it, all in the same day?
Yeah.
That's why I think if it was meant to have been on air again the next week, maybe that could have been spaced out a bit.
Yeah. There was a lot
because it is a lot.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot squished in.
Shall we do it then, guys? Shall we talk about this week's Home and Away?
I think we should.
Shall. It'd be rude not to.
Yeah.
You're here now. Got the semi on. Let's go.
Yeah.
Right. You'll remember, cast your minds back to that wedding because that feels like ages ago.
It does.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't. And you'll remember Tane had a few bevies, saw a few loved up couples, and booty called Joe. You'll remember.
Yeah.
And this week, she's returning the voicemail. And we're like, oh my God. They have this really awkward talk. And he sort of says, just forget about it, forget it. He's saved by the bell, the phone rings, and he wanders off. She does actually play this voicemail back to him, and I'm just cringing into the sofa at this point.
Yeah.
I can't even, I'm watching through my fingers, right? Doesn't sound like nothing to me. And I'm like, oh, you are disgusting. Yeah. He gets away with the embarrassment, doesn't it? I could not give a flying fig about this, and I feel like the show is going to try and push these as the next big couple.
Yeah.
And all I'm doing is comparing them to couples like Dana and Sonny, where the chemistry works and it just feels better. I'm even thinking about Felicity and Tane and what a big couple they were.
Yeah.
This isn't working for me. There's something about Joe in general that's not working, and I want to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah.
But what do you guys feel about these two? And this is clearly heading down a will they, won't they, on and off.
Yeah.
Can we be bothered? Have we got the energy?
Yeah, for me, I'm not invested in them as a couple. I don't think there isn't enough chemistry between them. There's just, there's just nothing there. And like you say, when, you do think about other couple, even Cash and Jasmine, Tane and Felicity, even Rose and Marley to begin with.
Oh, really?
The very beginning of their relationship. The very beginning, before things went sour. But yeah, I thought.
And before he found out she was a copper.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So there's lots of, power couples there, but Joe and Tane just don't do it for me whatsoever. Sorry.
Yeah, pretty unanimous. What about you, Tink? Are you on the same track? I know that's a general consensus online as well, when you see people chatting about the storylines.
Yeah.
I've not seen anyone who's for this,
Yeah.
It's unusual.
That's the thing. I feel like they're forcing them together. I thought it was going to be the whole let's make Harper jealous and then
and
it flips the other way, but it doesn't seem to be. They seem to just be pushing him and Joe together, and I'm like, when is Harper going to turn around and just slap Joe and say he's mine? Like, that's what I'm waiting for.
You know, especially as she's living with him, I did
Yeah.
think we were going to have one night where, you
Yeah.
know, she'd had a few too many semi-ons, and
Yeah.
it would
Well,
be
even-
dreadful for Harper, though, that.
Yeah.
Like, even the call, though, I was like, is he calling Harper? Is he telling her that he loves her? Like, I was just like, what?
Yeah. I think Joe and Tane together, I think it's like trying to pair chocolate and celery together. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's a very good analogy. You're
Just
right.
doesn't
You're
work.
right. No one's feeling it. They look like they're not feeling it. Don't get
Yeah.
it. I also think Joe needs a lot more character work in her writing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she's obviously her backstory. She's come into it. It's quite interesting. You know, she's witnessed something horrific, and again, I'm just not feeling any empathy for her, though.
No.
You know, and her situation. She's lost her parents. She witnessed it. Then there's been this family feud on the back of it. She's been accused of something that she didn't do, and there's been this agonizing few years of her trying to remember. She memory loss. You know, there's this huge, interesting story, and I don't know if I care whether how Mum died. To be honest with you. I know this sounds awful.
Yeah, no, I don't think it does. But I think initially and for so many weeks, when she joins the Bay, I think there was a lot of finger pointing to her that she was responsible, and there was that unknown, wasn't there? It was like, it's Jo. She did it. She's had it. You know, something's run out in front of the car. You know, memory lapse, traumatized from the accident. She's completely blanked it from her mind, but she was, you know, all this, you know, in time, it's going to come out that she was responsible, when in fact she's not. But I don't know whether because of that, people have just not, you know, viewers have not been invested in her as a character, and, you know, the backstory so much because of I don't know.
Sort of stunting people getting involved because it's just the mystery is bigger than the story. Maybe.
I thought David was going to be covering it up.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, that he was going to be the one that was like, he knew what was happening, but he just refused to tell her.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And that could have explained, because even he was sort of acting numb. Which could have been read that way. You're right. You know, he was sort of emotionless and numb, wasn't he? And I guess that was supposed to be his grief, but you're right. It did come across a bit, you know, he's being a bit weird here about this.
Yeah.
Yes, I think the Langhams, for me, need a lot of work for me to get on board. We're very used on this show. This is the premise of the show, right? People come in broken, something bad's happened. You know, that's very, very common on characters. No one comes in, you know, they've all got that. That's the point of the show, right? And the Bay fixes them. But normally, so I'm used to not liking people when they arrive, basically. But normally that's started to turn. There's a family there, so I normally like one of them. Do you know what I mean? And I'm a bit like, you know, I'm not rooting for any of these. And they're in Irene's house, which I'll never get over.
No.
You can sell this, but I ain't buying. So the Harper thing's interesting. He lives with his ex, who's got a glass eye. I can't go out in sunlight. Them sunglasses this week.
I know.
And it was raining.
Like wearing a bobble hat in the summer, isn't it?
Corkscrew to the eye was the best storyline I've seen this month.
Oh, God. She's supporting children in need with Pugsley with his patch.
Let me tell you, her own child's a child in need. She's done nothing but get babysitters every night for it.
Oh, God, yeah.
She never watches that kid unless the only night she watched that kid since she gave birth was at that wedding.
Yeah. Yeah.
She just gives it away all the time.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah, so one to watch, but reluctantly, I think.
Yeah.
I think we just need to brace ourselves. Tani and Joe are going to happen, aren't they? And it's just not. It's going to feel wrong. It's going to feel wrong.
It's. I'm not going to walk. I can't. I would like to. To become invested in them as a couple, but I think there's something dramatic going to have to happen to see me warm to that.
Well, Julie, you never know. You never know. Look at Mac and Levi. Done a right number on us there, haven't they?
Yeah.
Couldn't stand them at the beginning.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Right, keeping it in the Langhams then. Sarge David, he's trying to tell Lacey this week that Leah was unfair to her, for lashing out at her. You'll remember Leah is blaming Lacey for Theo's death, and dragging him into all this mess. I mean, to be fair to Leah, one, obviously this is a massive shock. She's grieving. Two, it's not based on nothing. Like the other month he was crushed by a car, by the River Boys who, he was involved with. That's how he met Lacey. She was involved. You know what I mean? Like there isn't no smoke without fire, is there?
Yeah, absolutely. And no show without punch.
Yeah, exactly. So, and she's basically admits to him that she agrees with Leah. She's doing the self-pity thing as well, isn't she? She's doing the whole, it was me, I agree with her, she's right, blah, blah, blah. Elsewhere, Leah is insisting that she needs to see Theo. She's got to see it to believe it. What did you make, you guys, last week? It was obviously it all went down, didn't it? And it was all a bit thingy, and Leah sort of disappeared and said she needs to see it. Are we concerned for Leah's mental state at this point? Were you concerned, and has that shifted?
Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, there are so many different stages of grief that we're probably going to see her go through, in the coming weeks and months, probably. But I think for me, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence, I'm really on the fence with this one, because while I think, yes, Lacey talked Theo into going with her, and as her boyfriend, of course, he was going to want to protect her. He was going to, although he may not have agreed with what she was doing, he obviously wanted to protect her. So I think it's a difficult one for me. And I think obviously Leah was the one that almost pushed them together, I think, because she was so, no, against Lacey originally, that I think that kind of pushed them together a little bit more, perhaps.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, you're probably right, actually.
Because that's the thing, though. Theo kept saying to Lacey, drop it, let it go, drop it, let it go. And she just was not listening. So it's like, it didn't really give him a choice but to back her up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, you're right. He had no choice, did he? Really? And she was going to go alone. No partner's going to let their partner do that. They're going to go after him, aren't they?
Unless
I think she got. Well, unless that. She was so close to the truth. I think that's what we're supposed to take from this. It's been years of trying to find the truth about her mum. She's so close. I tell you what gets my back up is now that this awful thing has happened, she's still driven by the truth on a mum. Like, I'm not really, and maybe it'll come, but I'm not really seeing Lacey like devoed about Theo. Do you know what I mean? Like, he declared all this love, which I think they were a little bit like Tani and Joe. I wasn't really into them as a couple anyway. I felt like this whole idea that they were Love's young dream off to Tassie together, starting a new life, wasn't really it, because I just felt like they argued all the time. Like, they were, you know.
Yeah.
So that's not really a thing.
I think that was down to the circumstances that they found themselves in, though. Rather than it wasn't sort of an argument over someone not doing the washing up, or it was based upon her drive to try and get answers to what happened to her mum, and obviously feeling that Joe was to blame. So I think the arguments that they had were kind of driven and based upon, those arguments really with, her dad and Joe really. But, as a couple, I didn't dislike them. I didn't like them either, but I thought, you know what? Yeah, they're okay. They're okay together. I could see it kind of working.
Yeah. Even when she got the check-in reminder, she's not upset, like afterwards. And, like that moment where life's still ticking on.
Yeah.
And there's that sort of smack in your face, that realization, these little moments.
Yeah.
Like that. And she's up and dressed. I said last week, she's up and dressed and out around town trying to find a counsellor, like I'm thinking, where's the moment where this was supposed to be someone you loved and were wanting to be with,
spend the rest of your life with, yeah.
What are your thoughts on him, Tink?
I think that's the thing. I think she's probably so focused on the fact that he's admitted that he's the one that's caused the accident with her mum, that now that's all she's focusing on, is that she's heard, well, you've killed my mum in an accident and you've admitted it to me. She's probably not even focusing on Theo, but I think at some point we'll see it hit her.
You think it'll come?
Yeah, I think it's kind of she's focused on the reality of the fact he's admitted it, and that's what she's wanted all along. That he's kind of an afterthought.
Interesting.
I think
when the dust settles.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And like the funeral will be interesting when the funeral happens.
Well, yeah, and we're not there yet, are we? But yeah, you're right. Who's going to go? How's Leah going to be? I mean, this week, Leah finally admits when she goes down to Yabby Creek PD that she's not going to see him. She's having pops at Sarge David all the time, isn't she? Begging him and all this stuff. And he says, look, Theo's mum's already ID'd him. That was obviously a prelude to Cassandra actually coming to the bay, which we saw later in the week. A bit of a heads up. And when Cassandra arrives, she's a little put out, isn't she, by sort of missing out on lots of news about Theo's life, about where he lives and who he's dating and what he's been up to. And I'm thinking, don't start. I mean, Leah's already blaming herself a lot. She's already in this weird, fragile place. I mean, we don't even really know. Sophie thinks that Justin, you could argue Justin he's obviously at the moment being there for Leah, but you could argue he was even closer to Theo, really, even though he's not blood.
Yeah.
So I think that's coming, and Alf's clocked it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Alf sort of said, look, good old Alf. So Cassandra's turned up, and I'm thinking, this is all a bit fragile, this. And then you're turning up saying, why didn't you tell me this? Why didn't you tell me that? And I thought, ooh. But it is interesting that Cassandra's come and not Leah's brother, given we know the situation there.
Yeah, I don't think... I wasn't sure who was going to to come to the Bay, to be honest. I don't know, and I think as a parent, there's the, you know, everyone sort of has different relationships with their children, but I did think that, you know, when Cassandra was like almost oblivious to everything, to Theo moving out, to his girlfriend, to, you know, a lot of things that had happened, you know, there's a lot of gaps there. And you think, you know, Theo doesn't seem, you know, the kind of, you know, child, you know, mother-child relationship that would admit those things from his mum, really. Oh, mum, I'm moving out, I'm moving in with my girlfriend, but you know, it's
seemingly he has to. Yeah, you're right. He because Theo was a bit of a douchebag at the beginning, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Young, stupid, naive, buried alive, and then and then he sort of blossomed into this nice young man. He did we called him the classic Home and Away character. He came in young and stupid, grew up, got sensible, did a bit of drugs, but got sensible again. Yeah, like why would he not fill his mum in? We know his relationship with his dad. Yeah, you're right. His relationship with his dad will be completely different.
Yeah,
but we've got to sort of draw an inference on what his relationship with his mum would be like, and it seems like it was non-existent. I mean, in real life, the guy would be uploading a picture of him and his new girlfriend on his Instagram, wouldn't he? Why does she know nothing?
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah. Very. To me.
But she must be here for a reason, like you say to me, because going into the funeral, she's obviously here. We're going to see her there. Something we must be leading to some. Why have we seen her otherwise?
For a return. Like it's a weird return.
So something's not right, and it seems like as well, because there was that comment. She went down to speak to Sarge at YCPD, didn't she?
Yeah.
And it seems like after that conversation, her and Leah aren't really going to be on the same page, and I think that surprised Leah a bit. Because I think Leah's sort of taken her there and been like, big bag Sarge protecting his daughter, blah blah blah. You know, whereas it's not really gone like that. That's not Cassandra's experience of the police, is it? And David.
I think for Leah, I think she wanted someone on her side.
Yeah.
I think obviously Leah's been doing the finger pointing, you know, about Lacey, you know, Sarge being on the side of Lacey. I think she obviously wanted Cassandra to be on her side to say, it's your fault. You know, he'd still be here if it wasn't for, you know, if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for your daughter, he'd still be here. And I think obviously Justin has not been, you know, Justin's not been in on this, has he? It's just very much Leah sort of pointing the finger. And I think I think she expected and wanted Cassandra to be on her side.
Yeah, rather than telling her, stop saying that, stop doing this.
Yeah.
Because Justin is sort of you know, he's trying to make her see things a bit differently, isn't he, sometimes when she's saying things, you're right. Yeah. Tamika, what's your thoughts on Leah as a character? This would be an interesting one as a newer viewer. What's your thoughts on her, particularly going through this?
I don't know. I think when I first started watching, she was just there. I felt like she didn't really have a purpose. And then I think now they're trying to make a storyline out of her. It's a bit like, I don't know. You see her so like happy. Like that's the thing. I think you see her so happy in like every single day, but now it's kind of taken a turn, and you're seeing the bad side of her almost.
Do you agree with her? Do you agree with her stance?
No,
can you see her point of view?
It's very 50-50 because I think with like, you've got to put yourself in her shoes of, like, she's trying to protect her nephew. But then, like, even when he ended up in hospital after the crush under the car, he even said, like, I don't want you here, leave. And
That's true.
it's like it's almost like a suffocate, like she was almost suffocating him with being there
that.
all the time. What's going on? Why are you moving out? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Whereas it's like, I say a kid, he's obviously more of an adult, but as a kid having that suffocation, you're a bit like, leave me alone, give me my own space. I'm growing up, I've got my girlfriend, I've got my life of my own, let me make my mistakes. But I think obviously it's not gone the way he thought it was going to go.
And I guess that's what Cassandra's perhaps not appreciating, I guess, is that he was a man with his own mind. And it wasn't Leah not looking after him, it was, it was him living his life.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, isn't it? So we're all sort of 50-50 with her reaction then, aren't we?
What do you think about reaction?
I don't know, because I struggle with Leah, always have done. In fact, I famously turned Sophie off Leah on this podcast because it was like her favorite. I know she was her favorite character, and I was like, look again with this lens, because I think her personality traits are like my way, the highway. She really does force her way of thinking on people, and she's never really open to input. And that's not just this storyline, that's like Leah. Just, she's got to be in a bonnet, that's it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that she can come across really, really, I'm trying to think of what the word is, guys, like, I don't know, she's just so annoying sometimes, just like annoyingly,
like moany.
Like that. Yeah. I don't think she's she's Summer Bay royalty. She's been here donkey's years, so that might be why she felt like a spare part to you, Tamika. But because all the old donkeys ones are spare parts these days. So she's very much in that sort of supportive role to the exciting younger characters, right? So that's probably why. But yeah, I think I struggle with her. But I have found myself pre this happening and post Theo's death, I've found myself sort of on her side, and it's a weird feeling.
Really?
Yeah, I've found myself sympathising with her. I don't think she's going about it the right way, pushing everyone away and all the rest of it, but I can sort of see where she's coming from. I think I would be refusing to accept that there's some things I can't control in life as well when something bad happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that there is, I think we all have that, don't we? There's, things spiral and, you want to try and, get a grip on things and take control. And I guess maybe it's her way of just trying to take back control of the situation
it's all control. You're right. With Leah, it is control.
Yeah.
It links in with what Tamika said was about suffocating him and all the rest of it. It's about controlling. That's a good word.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Eden's dress before we move on any further?
Her wedding dress.
Her wedding dress.
Yeah, go on. What do you want to say? The floor is yours.
What are you going to say, Tamika?
When me and Mum watched it,
we
didn't like it.
Right.
We thought it was a bit flat. It wasn't what we anticipated.
Obviously, Eden has her own style. A little bit quirky at times. And I just Oh, I don't know what I even expected, but I was like, I wanted to fall in love with a dress. I wanted to think, I just wanted to say, oh my God, that is just so Eden. But I didn't think it was so Eden.
Yeah, like I wanted like the whole white wedding dress and like something so different, like but like different in the aspect of you wouldn't pick it for her. Like it was a wow moment, and I felt like there wasn't a wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew she wouldn't wear white. I knew it.
I knew it was, yeah, I knew it wouldn't be white. Absolutely. I thought maybe even a colour.
Like a red or something.
Yeah.
I saw it and thought, 12 grand?
I know.
I would not have sold my car for it.
No,
absolutely
definitely not. No.
No
but
way.
Fun fact that I don't know if we mentioned it on the pod or whether it was after the pod. All our conversations merge nowadays. But the designer of that dress is real life. It's a designer from Sydney, and she designs all the gowns for Leah. Or Ada, I should say, and she did Steph's as well, who plays Eden's. You know, when they go to the awards and they all do all the glam gowns. She's got some great. She's a good designer. She's got some great stuff.
I'll make my way to Australia when I get married, then, eh?
Yeah.
I think you'd have to do a better job though than Eden's, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Tamika, I'll be the first one RSVPing.
You'll be first one on that plane.
And your mum will be second.
Yeah.
With me bottle of Semillon tucked under my arm.
And the groom on a leash making sure he comes.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And we'll have to just drug your brother. So we'll go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It would be its own little summer-based storyline. There we go.
Yeah.
So everyone's bereft, aren't they? What do you make about this news? I'm just like, even like later in the week, people are still finding out about it. How does nobody know that he's died?
It's all very
What's
low
going
key.
on?
It's a bit too low key for me.
Isn't it? He's a main character.
Yeah.
They all know each other as well. Like, they're all connected to Theo in some sort of way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
How are they finding out in dribs and drabs?
Absolutely. That for me just doesn't reflect really how it would happen. You know, the old, jungle tom-tom drums and all that. And, you know,
in a little tiny town like this, it'd be
absolutely. It would spread like wildfire, and it hasn't.
Yeah, and normally it would do, wouldn't it? What a choice is this?
Yeah.
It'd be on the old Spotted Facebook group, Spotted Summer Bay.
Oh, yeah, of course it would. Of course it would. Nobody is not going to know, regardless of whether, Sonny and Dana were away and they just got back. You'd message, that everyone would know. The world and his wife would know.
Yeah. Can you imagine it being your wedding? I know they were on a honeymoon at the zoo. Sorry, it just makes me laugh. But like, imagine that happening at your wedding day and to one of your guests, and you don't know about it for like a week.
I know. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense at all.
No. And just maybe digressing a little bit, but going onto honeymoon, how long were they away for?
Oh, I don't know. See, the timeline's gone squiffier.
It has. However, those suitcases, I'm sorry, Eden, but that suitcase doesn't wash with me. That suitcase for a honeymoon. Sorry, no. It's I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not taking that in. That you've got absolutely everything for your honeymoon in that tiny little case. Is it? It's not going in there.
What does she need? They didn't have any clothes on all week.
Oh.
No, they didn't put shoes, hairdryer.
She just needs a wellies to get through all the elephant poo.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Cash would have had his trainers because he's gone running.
Yeah, that's true.
It's running gear. I mean, the size shoes that he's got, there's, that's going to take up half his suitcase anyway, isn't it?
Well, you know what they say about big shoes.
Big socks.
So he'd have to fit his socks in as well.
Big shoes, no feet.
You're right. Yeah, I don't think they were there long at all. I think there was normally we're used to such a fast pace, right? Yeah. And normally an episode can have 3 days in it.
Yeah.
In, the sun rises, the sun sets. You see those stock shots, don't you?
Yeah.
We were on the day after the wedding for at least 3 episodes.
Yeah.
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 It seemed to halt. The timeline in the universe seemed to halt.
Yeah, it did. I'm going to say at least 3 or 4 days through Way 4. But there was definitely not enough room in that suitcase for everything. Completely unrealistic for me.
Right. Unrealistic. Wendell's underground. Where is he? He's missing. We don't know where he is. He's not turned up for work. And in my experience, no counsellors do. Sarge's promised to find him. He's shouting at all his team at the Popo station, isn't he? Yeah. Saying, you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
Are we going to find him? What's our front-running theories on where Wendell is? And is he going to get his comeuppance?
Yes, I think he will eventually, but where is he? So he could have a cellar below his house. He could be in that cellar, or he could be up in the roof space, in the loft space. He could be either. And
but you think it's at home?
Yeah, or in the bush.
Oh, in the bush, yeah.
In his back garden. But, yeah, I think he will most definitely, he's going to be found somewhere, isn't he? He's going to be, or it's going to be a big dramatic car chase somewhere, that he's in the car and he's, it's going to be one of the car chases, car chases that they do. To finalise, him being caught. That's my theory anyway. What are you guys thinking?
I know what's going to happen.
No, you don't.
I do. I've spoken to the producers.
Oh, yeah.
Go on. What they told you.
So we're not going to find out where he's hiding. All we're going to see is he's going to be turning up through those doors to the funeral.
Oh,
he's going to be stood at the back of the church. The Sarge will see him. He'll turn around and they'll both walk out to one another. And he'll run to his car. He'll get in his car. He'll speed off, and then it'll be a car chase.
See, I did say car chase.
He'll then end up dead.
Oh no! I don't want that. I want to see justice.
I've spoken to the producers. They told me.
If he ends up not serving time for 2 deaths now, I'll be livid.
Yeah, no, he's got to be
an eye for an eye, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
What your thoughts, Si?
not quite as elaborate. I'm thinking, though, that the reason he's evading them now is because he's got police information. He's a man of a certain stature in the community. He might have some sway with someone on the inside. Has he got something on it? Is he getting tip off, basically, about the investigation? Is where I'm at.
That's interesting.
So, because I feel like that might be how he got away with the mum's death, Sarge's wife's death, like in the beginning, because there was loads of stuff like, you know, like the phone call, the 999 call was quite clearly Joe's voice, but like nobody seemed to know that. So how was that evidence not? Do you know what I mean? Like there's just things, there's just things that that I'm thinking he might have had some help from someone in the police, given that he is a counsellor.
Yeah.
That's where I'm thinking. Yeah. And that might be why we've not found him yet.
Yeah, somebody's hiding him.
Yeah.
Someone on the inside.
Yeah, yeah. Or at the very least, telling him things.
What's going on.
Yeah. We shall see, hopefully, next week. You never know. Now, sort of last story to cover, we rejoin Mac and Levi this week. Obviously, this all went down at the wedding regarding their latest attempts at IVF and having a child, which obviously heartbreakingly didn't go to plan, did it? Now, that was, we've touched on this last week, but very premature of them to, given their journey thus far, but I think it was just the excitement, wasn't it? And I think we're supposed to feel like we got a bit swept up in that moment. Now, without going really in too much detail on this one, Levi's feeling a bit shut out, isn't he? He wants to talk. He feels like they need to sort of try and work through this. She thinks she's being realistic by burying her head in the sand, moving on, like they shouldn't have done it, they shouldn't have said this, they shouldn't have done that, they should, basically ploughing on and ignoring, maybe you could use that word, I don't know. We've struggled on the pod covering IVF because it's one of those that we don't really know anything about. I think it's an important story to tell, and this is obviously showing us how difficult it is. What I am a little upset about is that Mac's like, she's had the ectopic pregnancy in the past.
Yeah.
It's just tragedy after tragedy for this girl. And I'm amazed she even manages to wash her hair and get out of bed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Emily Ware, who plays her, is so good at this, and maybe that's why she gets so much of it. I think it's she's really good at this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like in terms of her performance. But I do feel like, was this a step too far for Mac? Do we think?
Yeah, I think for me, obviously, you had the, I recall the whole ectopic pregnancy when she was with Ari, and Ari, he died. And I agree. She's such a great character. She's such a great actress that, she's had a lot of tragedy. Oh, even going back to the poker nights and the debt and everything.
Yeah.
And
attack.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the heart attack. You'd love to see her have a happy ever after.
Wouldn't you just? Yeah.
Well-deserved happy ever after. But I think it just seems to be more trauma after trauma after trauma. And, is she going to bounce back? Are they going to try again? Or is this really absolutely now, is this the straw that breaks the camel's back? And is she going to go under? For me,
So she thought crossroads, fork in the road, could go either way for her. Do you know? I really wanted this to be it. You know, like come through all that, and I don't know. They already had the first round that didn't work, and I just thought this is going to work, right?
Yeah.
Now let me just check my notes, because at last count she had 6 embryos. We're down 2, so we're on 4.
Yeah.
Let me just update my notes, because between embryos and follicles, I haven't got a clue what's going on. So
he doesn't know what's what.
Not been the best at covering this, but I do acknowledge that I just don't know why this keeps being written for her like this. You know? And I don't know whether this is gonna. For me, I feel like this is gonna be more about Levi, and you know. It's there's been a bit of a connotation later in the week of it's happened to me as well. You know, there's been a bit of that, hasn't there? And you have to be careful with Home and Away, because it's not always the most forward thinking when it comes to like gender equalities and things in the writing, you know. So I don't want to sort of just sit here and stick up for the guy, you know, because obviously it's dreadful no matter what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the writing does seem to make me as the viewer, and tell me if you're different, it's kind of making me want to root for him and not her, even though this dreadful thing's happened to her.
That's the thing. I think it's a hard one, because, like, as women, we put our bodies through so much anyway. Like, when it comes to even getting pregnant naturally, and you go through the pregnancy, you go through the birth, and the guy, let's be blunt, they do a pump and dump and they're done, essentially. It sounds horrific, but that's pretty much what it is. So it's like...
That's not going to be this week's episode title.
No. Let's not.
But I think it's seeing both sides of it, because I think a lot of guys probably go through these feelings, but it's never seen and it's never spoken about, and it's very much, well, you're the guy, so you don't matter. It's all the attention on the women. So I think it's about kind of equaling out the gender of like, well, she's feeling it and so's he, so they're both in the same situation. But I don't know whether they'll go
field.
But I don't know whether it'll go down the road of doing a surrogacy story, maybe. But I don't
could be
know
onto something.
That one.
Yeah, because didn't they do a DNA thing, and it was her mother, wasn't it, that's the problem?
Yeah.
So you could be onto something.
And they've still got the follicles. And the embryos.
Still got the follicles, whatever that means. Yeah. I said to Soap one, I was like, "Is that not something in the sea?" She was like, "I thought it was on your head." I was like, "I don't know."
The follicles is your egg before it's fertilized. Then you've got the sperm that comes along and goes into the egg, and it makes an embryo, makes a baby.
Cool. I don't think I can talk about this much longer.
Yeah.
We're in this
after the pump and dump.
I know, and I'm trying my best to move on from it. So thanks, Julie.
You're welcome.
Oh God.
Although I've got my social media clip this weekend there. So we feel like this is a little uncruel on Mac in terms of storyline, but we also feel like it's a bit of a sort of stick on the head to say men matter as well.
Yeah, and I I think that is important, isn't it? I think they're trying to show that it's not just, the woman that is affected. It's
those around.
it's the guys as well.
Yeah. Now, how bloody marvellous. I'm going to sing his praises while Sophie isn't here to stop me.
Go on.
How bloody marvellous is Marley?
I knew you were going to say about Marley.
Do you know what? Can I say, I feel like I'm riding one of those surfing waves with Marley. Honestly, at some point, when he first joined, I was on the crest of that wave. I was, I really love the character. And then suddenly I'm just taken out by the wave and I'm floored. And I'm like, I'm never getting back on that board again. And it's like that. It's like, you hate him. And then you're like, oh, good old Marley, you're back on board. Honestly, I'm riding that flipping surf with him. I am.
He's just recently, I don't know what they've, I mean, it's working, whatever they're doing, but he's just so good. He's just such a good friend to everyone. I love him and Alf. I love him and John even more.
Yes.
And then this, and I honestly, that serve he gave Mac this week when she just wouldn't listen. The thing, and he never gives up, Marley. He'll come back. He'll come back again and try again later. And that sort of serve when he says to her, look, who was there last time? Who's been here picking the... I thought, go on, Marley, lad. Go and stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tamika?
Yeah, I think I'm with Mum. I think it is very up and down with him. But I think, the way he kind of responds to her when she's kind of going on and saying, well, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, and he's like, just think of the bigger picture. He's trying to make her see reality, and I think at the minute she's all in her head. She's like, well, I'm the only one that matters, and he's trying to get her to see the bigger picture. So good on him for that, and good on him for sticking up for himself as well, because I think he could have just gone, yeah, you know what, you're right. You're in the right. He's in the wrong. He's not doing enough. Blah 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 blah. He's left you to go to a wedding. He's making us see sense. Really.
Mm.
Yeah.
I
think he's really good at that. He's really good at talking people down. He does the same with Abs.
Yeah.
He's so, his influence on her is just 10 out of 10.
And do you know what? I love them as a couple.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I wasn't sure at the beginning, but I think, I think they balance each other out, I think.
Yeah.
I just loved a few weeks ago when he was like, clean up your stuff. And she was like, I was like, I can relate. I'm a bit lazy. Can't be bothered tidying sometimes. Someone else can do it for me. It's my mother at the minute cleaning up after me.
Yeah, well, when he cleaned a blooming car, though.
I know.
Yeah.
And then she was going to sell it for the wedding dress, to get the money for the wedding dress.
Yeah.
A lot of hot sauce.
Her.
Yeah.
So Marley, just 10 out of 10 character for me these days. He's really coming through.
Yeah.
He really crosses that age divide in the Bay as well, really well. And I think it helps that he's there in the surf club all the time.
Yeah.
Around them, around the oldies. Now, just as he gets through to Mac and asks her to basically sort it out and she agrees to call Levi. They get this blooming text from Dean.
Oh.
Because you remember when we went to see them in Queensland a few months back, she was expecting, wasn't she?
Yeah.
So she's had the baby. That's obviously sent her west. And everything that she'd learned and, you know, all the work that Marley did with her was out the window. She's booked a flight and she's off. She's not even telling Levi. What is she doing?
Yeah. And I think that if you remember as well, when they went to visit Ziggy and Dean with obviously baby Izzy and obviously another baby on the way, this is what began the whole story.
Yeah.
The whole
You're right. Yeah.
chapter that they're, you know, now
Well remembered.
Yeah. So that, you know, that's what that was the beginning for them, wasn't it? That decision that they want to be parents, because of course Levi was married previously and his wife wanted a baby and he didn't.
No.
And now he's with Mac and you know, he has a new take on life, a new, you know. So yeah, this is where their story all began. You know, going to see Ziggy and Dean and, you know.
Full circle.
Yeah.
What's she going to come back like? Will she come back the same, ready to unlock another follicle? Will she embryo? I don't know. Or like Levi says, she's not communicating with him properly.
No.
Like, is she coming back at all? You know?
Oh,
like,
yeah. No, she'll be back. She'll be back. She's got salt. She's got salt.
The restaurant that couldn't make ends meet because a band wasn't playing in it a few months ago.
Yeah.
And now it's fine, apparently.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the books.
No, it's fine.
Right, that's all the stories. Thanks, guys. I've really enjoyed that. Downloading this week's Home and Away. Appreciate you stopping by. It's been great having you on board.
Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome anytime. You know that. And thanks, listeners. Keep watching. We've got one more week left, and we'll be back next week for the podcast season finale as well as we do our last pod of the year next week. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Thanks very much. Bye.
Bye.
Right, guys, time for Your Say on the Bay. This is the part of the pod where our listeners have the chance to contact us and tell us what they think about everything that's going on in Home and Away this week. Now, we've not done one for a couple of weeks. We've been asking our listeners to drop in their thoughts on the email and the Your Say on the Bay section. Keep doing that, guys. We've had loads of entries, so we're going to read a couple out now, and we're going to tell you what we think. What you think. As always, throughout the week, we do tweet along as Home and Away airs on 5star5 watch and stream, hashtag Home and Away UK on Twitter. But you can catch us on all the social medias, as John would say, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. We're on them all in various ways. Come and say hello. And if you want us to react to your email, go to our website, coastalnewspod.com, click on Your Say on the Bay and fill in the form and tell us what you think of Home and Away. And that's what these people have done. Guys, you ready for an email?
We are.
Oh, yes, definitely.
First email I've got is from Julie, a regular listener of the podcast. Hi, Julie. Hope you're okay. And she says, hello, Science Soap. Well, what a shock that was about Theo. I was in tears. I don't blame Leah for being so angry at Lacey. She has brought troubles to Theo's door, and now it's cost him his life. I agree with Sophie. She doesn't seem that devastated that Theo is dead. She's more bothered about getting Mr. Wendell. All I can hear is that song when I mention his name. I loved the wedding. Eden and Cash looked lovely, and it was great seeing all the family together and not arguing for once.
Yeah, like that's the thing. I think it could have been a big blow up at the wedding. but then I think they would have took away from Theo. That's the thing.
Yeah. Did anyone clock Gary and the Fowler mum?
Oh yeah, that was a bit weird.
Oh no, I really like Gary and Eden's mum. I think they make a lovely couple.
Yeah, but
I think something's going on.
Yeah, so do I. So do I. Yeah, I think they make a lovely couple. But can I say, Julie, you have just made me recall the song that you are talking about from the 90s, Mr. Wendell, and I can't remember who the band that did it, but absolutely. Now you've said it, I'm not going to be able to unhear it now. Every time I hear that name in the bay.
By Arrested Development.
Oh, that was the band. Yeah. Once you've heard it, that's it. You can't unhear it then. But I think, yeah, I see. I don't know. I think Leah, yes, she is angry over what happened, but Theo was his own person, an adult, and yeah, I think I really struggle with this one. I think I can't say one way or the other that I think that it's all Lacey's fault. I think each and every character played their part in his death. I think.
Heard it here first.
No. But I mean, in the storyline, obviously, Joe, I think, probably start with Sarge first of all, because Sarge, he hid a lot from the girls, didn't he, about his undercover investigation about what was going on and who he thought was responsible. I think if he would have made a better, if he was more invested in the investigation years ago when it happened, I think it wouldn't have come to this end. I think if Joe maybe would have had hypnotherapy sooner, or if like you say, over the phone call, the investigation, would have highlighted it was Joe's number and, Joe's emergency call that was made. Leah, obviously the argument with Theo saying, don't go. And yeah, I think each and every character sort of played their part, if you like.
There you go, Julie. Heard it here first from another Julie.
Yeah.
Thanks for writing in. Sam also got in touch. Little bit of a reaction to the wedding here first of all, and Sam sent us a couple of emails, so I'll read them both. So he says, "Wow, how beautiful was Eden." Not what you two were saying before. I loved the musical arrangement of Eden's song for Cash as she walked down the aisle. Yeah. Song for Cash is what we call it. It was Eden's song, wasn't it? We didn't mention that. That was good. Yeah. I also loved Gary's speech. I just fell out of place. I think it should have been saved for the reception. I think he means it just fell out of place. I do feel for Mac, the writers just don't want her to be happy. Just realised that Eden's mum and dad together is a Wentworth reunion. So that's you see a lot of Australian actors in other Australian things, don't you? I don't think there's a lot going on. Sam also replies later on reaction to this whole Theo death thing and says, "It's so heartbreaking seeing Leah, but I'm dreading seeing Justin when he finally starts to grieve. It's going to be a tough watch."
Yeah.
So we think Justin's got at that point where he's keeping it in too long that it's just going to surface. It's going to bubble up.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's trying to hold it together for Leah. But I think, I think once he, I think it's good. There's something that's going to happen, and it's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back, and it's going to tip him over the edge, I think.
You have to think as well, Theo, because Justin was estranged from his daughter, you know, for most of her life. And I think Theo was like a do-over, wasn't it, for him?
Yeah.
You know, they worked together. They were bros as well, weren't they? Like they were buddies. They were lads that did things together. You know, that a lad just wouldn't have done with his auntie. Do you know what I mean? So I think they had another different type of relationship. And there were times when we learn all about sort of Theo's domestic abuse from his father. There was loads of, you know, you've always been more of a father to me than anybody else. Just piles all that on.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sam. Now, we've also had an email from Emma, who's a regular emailer. Hi, Emma. Thank you very much. And she says, hi, guys. Here's my say on the Bay over the last few weeks. I can't be the only person, but I don't care about Harper's Eye. I must say, I do care because it's the best thing ever. Firstly, pre-champagne cork to it. She didn't go to the Hen and Buck stew as she couldn't get a babysitter for Archie. However, later in the day when Bree is nervous about going back to work post the stabbing in the tit, Harper miraculously gets Marilyn to look after the baby again while she goes into Northern Districts with Bree. I said this before. All she does is give this baby to people. Then when she returns home and waits for Tani, she has mega FOMO and just has to go round to Dana and Sonny's. Harper is the biggest party pooper. What do you think about that?
Oh, that's a different take on things for me. Yeah, I mean, if it was gonna happen to anyone at all, gonna get that champagne cork in the eye, it was gonna be Dana, wasn't it? That had that champagne cork had Harper written all over it.
It did. I'm really upset at what happened with Dana's character assassination in the last few weeks. So upset that I can't really talk about it. Because I am president of the Dana fan club.
Oh,
and
she's just gorgeous, isn't she?
Why does her character have to be ruined just so that her and Sonny can't be at the wedding? Obviously, they weren't there on the day it was filmed or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there was a reason they had to get. I don't know. I just don't like this side of her, and I can't talk about it.
Traumatized.
Yeah. Emma goes on to say she doesn't even go to the wedding. I don't know why no one will be looking at her eye anyway. Supposed to be a day of celebrating with your friends getting married. I am annoyed at Dana though. See, here we go. Sonny accidentally popped that cork in the direction of Harper. Dana did become a little bit annoying here, and I would say even more like Harper for these few episodes. Thankfully, she's redeemed herself to Dana's status, but still did not like this. Cash and Eden's wedding was lovely. However, it was nice to have a whole episode on it. I think I said this last week. You know, it reminded me of Leah and Justin's wedding last week.
Yeah.
Like, we saw a lot of it, and on soaps, you normally get the whole ceremony, don't you? And then, like, objection, and then there's a drama. Like, but we saw the getting ready, we saw the ceremony, we saw the reception, we saw the dancing.
Yeah.
It was almost like we were a part of the wedding.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It was the whole package, really, wasn't it?
You don't get that a lot, do you?
No.
I was a little bit confused, she goes on to say. Was it a long way from the Bay because everyone drove home that evening? Don't know, it must have been. It was somewhere nice, wasn't it? Out in some big house. Mac and Levi, I'll admit I don't have children, says Emma. However, I don't know anyone who's told so many people days after insemination. Not sure if that's the correct term, but we're going with it. And testing positive for pregnancy. No less than 2 days later, she's telling everyone, I do feel very sorry for Mac, but again, perhaps she should have gone to the wedding and celebrated some positivity in Cash and Eden's wedding. Well done, Marley, again, who stayed behind to look after her.
Yeah.
However, no one noticed, especially Abigail, that Marley was even missing from that wedding. And oh my God. Yeah, she didn't even ask where he was.
No.
And oh my God, I am completely shocked that Theo got killed in the hit and run from Craig Wendell. I feel for Lacey because I fear she's going to experience the wrath of Leah. Surely Theo's parents would also find out he's been killed. This was obviously this email. At least we're going somewhere with who killed Lacey's mum at last. I actually think Lacey and Leah are very similar, because I think that if that had happened to someone that Leah loved, Leah would react in the same way Lacey has to find the truth. Anyway, John's off to Paris to see Irene, so expect in a few weeks John's news of Irene and his Parisian updates. That's all, guys. Thanks, Emma. Nice lengthy update of all that's gone on there. Yeah, I think she's right. I think Lacey and Leah's sort of met a match, hasn't she?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's why they're butting heads.
Possibly. Yeah. They, like minds clash sometimes. It could be. It could be that that's what it is. That they are too alike.
Yeah, could be. Thoughts on Dana becoming Harper?
I don't.
Is that what's happened? For starters, she's. Sorry, I just keep coming back to Glass Eye. She.
Tamika's got it down as Pudsey.
I'm not sure. Yeah, like I say, I don't like how Harper's been with Sonny. I don't like this side of her. Dana, sorry, yeah. Dana, I don't like this side of her. I don't understand why we have to do this. Are we looking for problems in the couple? I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking, are we going to throw an obstacle to this couple that we're all cherished so much? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit, for me, I thought it was a little bit out of character for Dana, because it's not a side to it that we've seen, although she is quite protective of Harper. And, at the same time, when Harper, does something that she doesn't agree with, she's very vocal, but she's very protective at the same time. But I think maybe for me, she did go a little bit overboard.
Assuming that he drank that champagne.
Yeah. Oh, of course, yeah, because she poured it down the sink. Or who poured it? Who did the pouring?
He did, and then she thought he drank it, and then he tried the whole teddy bear with the patch on it.
Oh God.
So what are your thoughts? What do you two think?
Go on, Tink, what do you think?
I don't know. I think it's a hard one. I feel like Dana, I feel like I love her sometimes, but other times I'm like, you're edging on just being annoying. And I know I shouldn't say that, because I know you absolutely love Dana, but I feel like this week she's just been in that moany, almost like everything's about me, and I don't like it. And I feel like she needs to get to the point where it's like she mellows out, and I feel like she's not got to that point yet.
Yeah, I agree. That's where I'm at, right? Like, I don't like this about her. I didn't know this
Yeah.
about her. There was this thing a couple of weeks ago, wasn't there, where she was like, well, show me your bank statements, and like, you know, and
Yeah.
and Sonny, we talk about sort of Marley and Abs being opposites. I think Sonny is a sort of calming influence on her as well. She's quite scatty. She's quite sort of, you know, energetic. Is Dana? She shoots before she thinks. Do you know what I mean? She's one
Yeah.
of those kind of characters, and I think he's just like, yeah, you know, not worrying about a job, like whatever.
He's very
you know.
laid back, isn't he? He's so laid back. He's almost horizontal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonny is what we all wish we could be like, right? And I
Yeah.
think more of us would probably end up, if we were with someone like Sonny, would probably end up being like Dana a little bit. And I'm struggling to admit that. You know, like.
Well, I thought I was only one step behind him personally, but there you go.
You know, he doesn't worry about stuff. He's just
No.
like, what'll be will be, you know.
Yeah.
The next one hustle to another. I mean, he's working at a record label now. I mean, let's see what happens with that.
Oh, yeah.
But even that, he was judged. There's something here coming about Sonny and what people think of him.
Do you think so?
Yeah, and I think Dana has been a casualty of whatever the storyline is that's coming, I think.
Maybe.
Watch this space. This space. Thanks for your emails, guys. We've had loads more. We can't read them all. We'll be here all day, but do keep them coming in. It's your last chance to tell us your say next week. So visit the website, coastalnewspod.com, and send in your thoughts, and we'll read them out next week. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Please take the time to like, subscribe, and review Coastal News wherever you source your podcasts, and ensure you never miss an episode.